something. They just spent like 2 or 3 weeks out the country. Them boys up to something, they just not just bluffing. You don't have to call, I hear my dance like Usher. Ooh.
Welcome everyone to our first episode on video. This is the Has-Beens.
This is what we look like.
This
Just
is what
in
we
case
look like. You can
you
put,
didn't know,
you can
in
put a
case this
face
is
with the voice now.
in case this has reached out to people that didn't know who we were.
Exactly. Well, this is us here. I'm Matt Burton.
I'm Braden Lara.
And this is our Walter White Funko. He's going to be our mascot tonight. And OU with the weekend beating Kansas State. Pretty convincing, a little bit, I guess. I'm still trying not to get too high or too low on OU. But that's where I'm at. Defense looked a little bit better, but still shaky at times, and tough to tell with a backup quarterback that's as bad as Huebner was.
Yeah.
Which we knew about last year whenever we won 55-0 with Huebner playing quarterback last year. But offense still looks like they're just getting better and better. So that's always a plus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. OU starting to get it rolling offensively. It just man, having Piron got hurt pretty early, I think, right?
Yeah.
But having Mixon's big, because he can do so many things for you out of the backfield, catching it and running it, obviously, and then D.D. Westbrook starting to take off a little bit.
He is. He's
been
8 touchdowns through 3 games.
Yeah, I got it. And that's kind of what one of the storylines was coming into the year for OU, was who's going to replace Sterling, who's going to be that guy, and he's kind of stepping up. And so yeah, I mean, I think anytime you can beat a Bill Snyder team, regardless of the circumstances.
Especially dropping the last 2 that we had at home.
Yeah, and that was a top defense.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't played like cupcakes. They played at Stanford,
yeah.
And Stanford's not who everyone thought they were, but it's, they're still a good team. At West Virginia, who's starting to look like they're a little bit more legit. I don't think they're going to finish undefeated by any means, but they're not a bad team either.
Yeah.
And so Kansas State had a good defense. There's no joke about that. And so he was able to do things on them. So.
Definitely. Don't have a whole lot more to say about that other than good win. We'll take it.
So moving on to OSU's bye week.
OSU's bye week, they won.
It was a good bye week.
They won a national championship.
No one got hurt. Yeah,
but we'll get to that later.
We
will get to that later. Coming up for OSU, go Kansas.
Yes.
The mighty Jayhawks.
That's more exciting to say during basketball
Thank
season.
goodness it's not basketball
I
was just about to say that. I don't have a whole lot to say about this. I think we all know it's going to be a blowout. So
I'm just going to jump into the score prediction.
Okay, yeah.
I think OSU wins.
Okay.
The last 2 trips to Lawrence have been really close, and it's kind of scary. But I'm always going to assume we're going to blow them out. It's Kansas. I'm going to say OSU 52, Kansas 17.
You're being really generous.
I am.
With the 17.
Our cornerbacks, though, unless they got significantly better than the bye week, Kansas is probably going to get that one long pass.
Right. I'm going OSU. Oh wow. 59-6. Say 2 field goals from the Kansas Jayhawks. Because they are that bad. They are that bad. OU going to Texas Tech. Always a tough game.
It's at
for
night.
the Sooners.
It's a blackout
in Lubbock, and Baker Mayfield returns to Texas Tech. I think it's going to be a crazy environment as always, as Lubbock can be. Especially when OU comes to town, because it always seems to be a good game and a tough game for us.
Yeah.
But oh man, I do see us winning. I see a complete shootout because our defenses are both bad. I think theirs is a little worse than our defense.
Awful.
I don't think they know what defense means. But score prediction on that, I think OU kind of score kind of at will maybe. I'll go 52-41.
Okay.
Little shootout, little low-scoring basketball game there.
Let's see. So I think OU's going to win also. Tech is one of those teams that every once in a while they'll beat OU, though, in a game where you think they have no chance. But Tech is just like, I kind of thought going into this year they'd be better than last year. You always just assume once coaches start getting the ball rolling with recruiting, they're going to be better. But they gave up 70 points to Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
But then they had they lost a couple other games, lost at Kansas State. So then last week, West Virginia comes to town, who just destroys them. But it being a night game in Lubbock, I'll give them a shot to have it close for the first half. Ultimately, I think OU is going to win 62-38.
62-38. I like it. So Big 12 decides today not to expand to 12 teams, but to keep the 10 teams, but add playoff game, a little conference championship game. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. I want to see 12 teams.
Yeah.
I have divisions again. Back in the good old days, those good old days.
We're old school.
But I do think that if you play everyone, you can tell who the best team is.
Yeah, absolutely.
The TCU and Baylor year, that was kind of like a freak accident. That was kind of like a Murphy's Law situation. Like anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and it did.
Yeah. Ultimately, though, I think having a championship game when you do a round robin schedule is still the dumbest thing.
Yeah, it's dangerous too for the Big 12 for many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But they said today that they weren't kicking this can down the road, meaning that they weren't just putting it off a couple years just to bring it up again. But then they said, it's like something that we're not going to roll out in the future, basically is what they said. So you really just don't know anymore.
Yeah, I really don't take anything they say too seriously.
Yeah, if a certain brand or amount of money comes into play, I think anything's a possibility.
Yeah.
Don't try to tell me if Missouri and A&M tried to come back that they wouldn't have them back. They would have them back in a heartbeat.
Or even Colorado.
Exactly.
Because they're starting to get pretty good again.
Mm-hmm.
And in Colorado, there were years they could compete in the Big 12, and they're on the right path. I think it's kind of like I was really disappointed to hear that today because I'm all for the divisions. I'm all for the 12 teams, like the name says. Because whenever we had the divisions, you could do 4 non-conference games and then do the 8 conference games. And that non-conference could just be another opportunity to play another Power 5 school, depending on how you schedule it. And I like that. I like having, now because we have 3 non-conference games and then you do the round robin, the 9 games, you play every other team. And, so you can get a good feel about a team. The committee members could tell, but I like having the 4 non-conference games. I always thought that was kind of neat because you could play, a couple good Power 5 schools, even if you do play a FCS team.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really hope that something comes from this that, down the line, and not too far, but we can expand. Because I think there's good choices. We did miss out on Louisville and Pitt, and that's always going to suck.
Yeah.
But, there's good choices out there, and I think just got to make it work. Those people are smarter than I am, so I don't know what the solution is. It seems simple, but I guess it's not, so.
I drop top of my wheel, that car driving make you feel some type of way. I know you do. That custom brightly make you feel some type of way.
Okay, so that brings us to our favorite segment, known as Some Type of Way. And we gotta shout out Christina Applegate. Just one time. Shout out Christina Applegate. Love it. Also, shout out Redlands Cougar Baseball. Shout out you guys. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Koozie, thank you.
Shout out Major Applewhite too.
Shout out Major Applewhite.
Hey.
Yeah.
Most of those kids nowadays don't know about him.
Exactly, they don't. Braden, what has got you feeling some type of way?
again, before I get into that, weekly Cubs update. Since the last time we recorded the podcast, we won the division round, and now we're tied 1-1 with the Dodgers. Offense is struggling. I'm not worried about it, though. We got good pitching. I think we go in, and I think we go win 2 in LA. And I think we go into the World Series. I'm going to keep that short and sweet. Anymore, I feel like I might curse them. And they don't need that.
They're already cursed.
So what so what has me feeling some type of way? Well, bye weeks are usually pretty boring. But not if you gain a national championship during them.
I don't know. Has that ever happened? I don't think that's ever happened.
OSU's been part of a lot of firsts this year. I mean, with the Central Michigan finish, it's the football gods rewarding us. You're like, you know what? We're sorry. Here's a national championship.
Some karma.
And about time. Listen, I'm not putting too much stock into it. It happened 71 years ago. It's cool for like the guys who played at the time and their families now. I see, a lot of people on Twitter from different fan bases, kind of trying to like take away from OSU, which is like, I know OSU put in their case for it, I guess with the AFCA about, but it's not like we begged for it and they granted it to us, so why not take that trophy?
Take it.
Like that's one thing you can show off in your trophy room.
There you go.
Why not do it? So now
Texas A&M's playing.
Yeah, they're playing like 15.
Alabama's playing like 92 or something
exactly.
like that.
So like, why not? If it's officially recognized by AFCA, let's take the trophy and show it off for recruits. Other than that, it's not really a big deal. I don't really care about it. I'd rather have one in this century. Who knows? Maybe one day, but you can't really complain about picking up a championship.
You can't at all. Listen, I don't see any problem with it. It's I mean, everything I know is a lie now. Pretty much.
And with that, we're now officially the first school to win a
basketball and football championship
in the same school year.
In the same year, yes.
Yeah, and before it was Florida, like in 2006 and 2007 or something. So
back when Oklahoma A&M had Bob Kurland on their basketball team.
Yes.
Shout out Bob Kurland.
Shout out Bob Kurland too, great player.
Shout out Bob Kurland.
And so now I started. Now that this has happened, the floodgates have opened, and I expect many championships in the next 10 years. Many.
Kind of like flip-flopping every other year with Alabama.
Yeah, exactly. Alabama's about to fall. They only beat Tennessee by 30, so.
It's whatever. Well, I'm feeling some type of way about my guy, Russell Westbrook, who we all know and love. Oh, I love him so much. God, those comments to Durant saying that's cute. That's cute.
And it was cute.
That's so cute about all the selfless players that the Warriors have in Golden State. And then Russell Westbrook. That's cute. But it's not my job to worry about them. It's my job to worry about all the selfish players we got over here. Oh,
I love it so much.
Oh my goodness. That was poetic. It was liberating. I'm trying to think of other big vocabulary words that I can use to describe it, but it was euphoric. There you go. That's a good one. That's a pretty good one. But I love Russell Westbrook.
This whole state loves Russell Westbrook.
Exactly.
He might go down like who was the last figure that the whole state just got behind this much?
I think he's gonna move past Will Rogers,
Garth Brooks,
all those guys.
I'm so excited for his MVP year. It's about to happen.
It is. This year, MVP, Russell Westbrook. I'm calling it. You heard it here first. But that has got me feeling some type of way. I love Russell Westbrook. I love what he's about, and he's a national treasure.
He is.
He's a national treasure.
Future Hall of Famer.
That guy is. But
that's all I got.
That's all you have. Anything?
That's all I gotta say.
Anything at all?
No.
Nothing. Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed our first video. We're going to try to do this every week and try to get a little bit better at it. I know this is very beginner quality now, but hopefully we can make a step in the right direction every week.
Matt promises to wear a different soccer jersey every time we do this.
Yes. Well, whenever we
follow through.
Whenever we actually get paid to do this, then I probably will have more of a
whenever we're on national.
But I'm kind of cycling through like 5
Yeah.
now.
I
So
only got like 3 Hawaiian shirts, so don't expect a whole lot of variety.
we'll make it. We'll get there one day. We'll get there one day.
We got
But,
husbands, so.
Thanks everyone for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you check out our website, thehasbeens.weebly.com. I'll put the link in the description below. And check that out. Also, we're going to start doing Matchup Mondays. We're going to have dream matchups from different years' teams. So, for instance, like 2008 OU football versus 2011 OSU football.
That's going to be our first one.
That is going to be our first one. But we're going to start off with that one, and then maybe you guys comment and see which matchup we want us to analyze and go through. And then also keep on the lookout for Top 5 Tuesdays. This week's is going to be Top 5 Big 12 era college basketball players. So that should be a good one.
That'll be a great one, yeah.
Definitely. Anyways,
that'll be a little bit harder than the quarterback one we did last week.
More of a selection. More of a selection, for sure. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Wish we could go longer, but we can't because we're has-beens.